Hey, what's up, peoples?
Mine are prettier when I cry.
Your eyes are prettier when you cry? No.
They turn lime or fluorescent green. I almost said lime green.
You can tell a storm rolled through yesterday. The hair is extra frizzy today. Look at this. I look like a mop head. All the moisture in the air has just been murder on the curls. Look at that. Natural. That's how curly hair. That's what moisture does. So obviously we made it last night, people. There was a tornado. Touchdown right over there. 6 houses destroyed here in town. More at Fort Campbell. There was 2 tornadoes actually here.
I heard there was 4.
2 to 4. Well, one that actually hit something. You know, there are fields here. But my buddy's truck. You remember Duarte from the unit, 1st to 320th? One of the new guys I used to talk about. His truck's windshield and side window got smashed out by the storm. Like I said, 6 houses destroyed, 2 people injured. 1 girl was injured by falling debris. She's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I heard she broke her arm.
Yeah, it was
to a tree.
But right when I was at the live stream with you guys, I heard the train sound right at the end, and then there was a little flash of lightning, and you could see it in it, and I was like, deuces. It was 4 miles away. 4 miles is nowhere to play with. When a tornado is moving at 130 miles an hour, 4 miles is something
and it can
like...
change direction at any moment.
That's like 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. It took me that long to get the cats. So I probably pushed the safety boundaries just a little bit too far. But it did miss us. But
so for everybody
not
at
by
home,
much.
do not try that at home.
Not by much. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I knew it was time to definitely fly the coop. When I could hear the freight train sound out in the distance, and like I said, that little flash, and you could just see hey man, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Man, that was actually nuts. You guys okay, Chris, with all the tornadoes? You guys know Chris Hubbard, my good friend.
Oh wow, he's here.
He's in the chat with us. He lives here in Clarksville. So it was it got a little hairy yesterday. The tornado was just outside I-24 by exit 8 is where it was.
Yeah.
That's where the last one was that took down my tree in the front yard. So I want you guys to realize just even the damage of the winds that can happen from a tornado being 4 miles away, you're still going to feel the gusts from it. And that's what started up. And I was like, yo, I'm outie. Now, Chris is a little bit farther out in the country, so he's more, hold on, which direction? More east. So I'm sure he took a big brunt of it as well. You probably got just a lot of rain. Oh, dude. Oh, man. You should have been here, Chris, dude. I could see the nadir. It was pretty crazy. Interesting, to say the least, though. But we are safe. Like I said, 6 homes destroyed, though. That's a terrible loss, you know. It really is. But, you know, c'est la vie, huh? And I want to thank everybody, by the way. Waking up this morning and seeing my Facebook loaded up with you guys checking on me. And Evie, of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I shouldn't have been in harm's way because I put myself there. But we got to the basement. As soon as that happened, we gathered the dogs. They know the routine. I grabbed up the 1 cat, headed to the basement with Evie, got her down there. And then I went up and got the other cat. And we stayed in the basement for about 10 minutes just to make sure everything was all clear. And we monitored the storm. And then everything was okay, and we were okay. So we came back out. And
it was really eerie because all of a sudden it just stopped.
Yeah,
It was really quiet, and I was like, I don't know if we're out of this storm or if we should go back up.
Like from inside the basement, I could hear the house shaking.
Yeah, but then it just stopped.
And then it stopped.
And I didn't know if we were in the clear or if we were in the eye of the storm. And I was just like, I didn't want to move.
Yeah. Well, we waited, like I said, about 10 minutes down there. And then when I looked on the radar and I could see that it was clearly past us or we were out of the brunt of it, I was like, okay, I think the calm is actually calm.
Right.
So we went
It's
out.
a true calm.
And it was really eerie outside too. And I looked at the video. You actually have to go back to it's about 17 minutes in the video, and you can see the UFO that I was talking about. The light appears, it shoots, it moves, it appears again, and then it's gone. How big was the tornado? I haven't gotten an F rating yet on it. I would imagine, Chris, anywhere from a 2 to a 3. Probably a 2 to 3, and it's no longer on the F scale. It's the EF scale, the extended Fujita scale, because now it does include F6s. So it's the EF Fujita scale, the extended Fujita scale, and that was invented by a Japanese scientist by the name of Mr. Fujita, and that's why it's called the Fujita scale, which, if you can't remember it, think of Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta, you got it. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. So remember, it's the EF scale now, the EF scale. Yeah, but hey, we rode that one out. The last tornado we had was an E3 as well, wasn't it? It was, Chris. And that was the other one, which is really weird, is the last good tornado we had was in October, which is odd to have a tornado in October. And here we just had a tornado. You guys don't normally get to hear that slip. I can't believe I said that. So, and then here in February, we have a tornado, which is odd. But it's not too odd considering spring is less than 30 days away. So it's right at that time where the weather's getting ready to change anyhow.
Yeah, but we had 72-degree weather.
You know what, though? Winter wasn't that bad this year here for us.
It really was.
We got a good snowfall, which is what I like for winter, to reassure you that, yes, it's winter.
Here.
And then it went away, and I was like, okay, that was winter. You know, we got it. You know, everyone got a few days of playing in the snow like you're supposed to. A snow day. That's winter, right? That seems like a standard winter to me around here. Nothing out of the accent. No.
Nothing out of the accent.
Caught your accent, run. Funny. See, Chris is another person. Because he grew up a military brat, he has no accent. Chris has no accent. And Chris was actually raised mostly, he spent his first part of his life in Korea. So you would think he might have picked up on an accent there.
Which was really cool to be able to talk to him about.
So Chris was lived in Korea for some years. Then his parents got stationed here at Campbell or whatever, retired out, and that's when I met Chris when we were just little cool guys. And we've been hanging out since. Korea, Germany. Yeah, you're Korea, I'm Germany, man. So, cool beans. But what a storm. But I wanted to come on and make sure I saw all you guys' comments this morning. And I thumbs up to everybody so that you guys would see that I am okay. And I was talking to Tom from the Netherlands. And I wanted to assure him that I was okay. So I did let some people know right off the bat that I was okay. And Korea Mini. There you go. Well, thank you, David. Nice to have a nice, bright, shiny face. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chris, if you want to come on by later on, man, for sure. Sorry about yesterday, dude. I had it all planned you to come by, and then out of left field, my sister and her baby stopped by, so that got thrown out of whack. And then a friend who from out of state showed up unexpectedly. She drove through the tornadoes to get here. She was like, whatever, dude.
Well, they all know who it is.
No, Caroline came over last night again to hang out. She
drove through the tornadoes, you guys.
Yeah, she was like...
Just to get to us.
She's like, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. It was just really bad rain, so I just turned on my wiper blade and my hazards, and we all drove slow. I'm like, Caroline, you just drove through a tornado, hun. Like, this is how the people on National Geographic have footage. Of like wrecked cars you see flipped off on the side of the road. That was you.
You know those warnings in driving school?
That was you. Don't drive during tornadoes. To be damned with it. I'm going to Clark's.
Emergency warning video.
And I appreciate all you guys monitoring the storm. It was really good. Now J-Man Show. He's doing a reaction video, guys. So, Joe, if you want to put your link up in this, if you get your video up and you're ready to share the link, please feel free to throw it on here and give yourself a little shout out. go for it, because I want to see this video. He's doing a reaction video, and it was funny because they messaged me, hey, can we do this reaction video? And I was like, I saw just on my phone the little bit reaction video to this, and it was yours. And I was like, ooh, cool, I'm watching it. So then I read the message. I'm like, it's not up yet. So now there was something I wanted to specifically mention to talk about. Looking face bushy there. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I'm a wild man. Steve, I wish you would have been able to join us last night, dude. Did you hear what happened? Did you hear? It was so exciting.
No, it wasn't.
It's sad that this is... Haven't gone back. Okay, yeah, and I went back to look at it. It's really quick, guys. And I even noticed that I'm like, last night, Steve, a tornado hit my town, and I was outside in it. And I filmed it, buddy. I filmed it. I stayed until it was danger close. I wasn't going to chase it, but I stayed safe close-ish enough to see it. And, dude, the alarms were going off. It sounded like Silent Hill outside. It was awesome. That's a good siren sound, huh? Not bad. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, dude, it was nuts. And then, Steve, to boot, we caught a UFO on camera during the tornado. Yeah. Yeah, that all went down in one. Yeah, if you go back at the video at about 17 minutes, you see this light appear out of nowhere, and then it shoots over for a second, right? And then it disappears. Now, I was just panning around, and I wasn't even looking. I was moving there. I was like, what in the hell was that? And then everyone was like, yo, I just saw that too. And then we discussed it, and I went through the video, and I was saying it was at about 18:20, but I had to actually go through the video and look, and it was actually about 17 minutes. So... was it alien? I don't know what it was. But there was a light in the sky, and it was definitely moving, and it was hauling balls. Oh, for sure, man. Wow, what a great ride. Some people pay for such a thrill. And I'm not even kidding. They actually do tours here in America where you can go with storm chasers, and they'll guarantee. Chris.
What?
He said, now if only Evie could grow a beard.
Oh my gosh.
You know, we do have those hats that would work, though.
Yeah, but I don't know
That's
where
right.
that one is.
Now if only Evie could grow a beard. Right. Well, then the circus would have one less position needing to be filled.
Right.
Ew, David says, yeah. The bearded lady. Wow, so rockin' tornadoes. We survived. Today is this, it's a little chilly outside, but the air is like super clean. Operation Beard donations for Evie. Somebody set up a GoFundMe. Like, you can put Evie's picture up, find it online, and then say that she has aspirations of joining the circus and needs...
I have some modeling photos y'all can use.
$500 to raise to buy enough Rogaine to attempt this. Merkins aren't cheap. You're damn right. But you know what, David? I will go in the words of Loretta of Dolly Parton. I'm going to use the words of Dolly Parton in honor of Frank, who we haven't seen in a while. It costs a lot of money to look this cheap. Hello there, Tom. Just mail her the clippings, right? I guess I could always just shave my hair and we could just put it on Evie. And then she'd have like a genuine beard of the quality sorts. Because that's not creepy, though, mailing someone your hair.
Right. That's like level 10 stalker-ish right there.
That's funny, Joe. On hand, you just keep that stuff ready to go, or is that like in a warehouse, or
I'd be afraid it wouldn't
do you
be
have a supplier?
somebody's facial hair. I'll just leave it at that.
Like they did on Jackass to that guy?
I don't know.
They
I didn't watch that stuff. I'm not a guy.
on episode Jackass 2, they told the guy, we're going to do this prank where we're going to pretend that you're a terrorist going to the airport and you're going to prank the cab driver. The difference was, though, is they had the cab driver in on it. Now, what they did was to get the guy ready was they had everybody shave a clip of their pubes and they put it into a container and then they glued it to his face and he's like, oh, it's in my mouth. And then somebody had crabs.
Oh, that's
Somebody
so
had
gross.
crabs in it and they glued it to the guy's face.
I would kill somebody.
Well, if you guys ever found out the original pinup girl that everybody knows about, that dark-haired girl with the tiny, tiny waist, she's from Gallatin. She was from that's a Tennessee girl. The first pinup girl was from Tennessee. I forget her name. Very
We
famous
watched
lady.
it on Drunk History.
It was a documentary. I watched a documentary on her. The
I
first,
thought it was on
yep,
Drunk
and she was from Gallatin, so she's a Gallatin girl. So there you go. We always do a little bit of fun history here, sort of like Shelton Cooper's Fun with Flags. We do G-Bomb's Fun with Facts. So there you go. So memorable. I don't remember her name. Absolutely, I can see the face.
I can't find
It starts with the G. Her last name was with the G. Hold on, this is unacceptable. First pinup girl ever. Let's see if I can get her name here. There she is. History. Let's see. 1 minute. And good for her. She ran so many businesses. She was a very successful lady. Did amazing stuff. Well, tons of work. If I could just find her portrait, the right one. I got to find the right one because they're talking about different stuff. But she was Betty Page. That's her name.
That's right.
Betty Page. Yeah. Nashville, Tennessee. Native of Nashville. That is incorrect. The Wikipedia has it incorrect. Nashville is close. She was actually a Gallatin girl. So they just say Nashville in a similar way that I just say Nashville because it's close and everyone can know that. Very good, Tom. Very good. You got it. You guys got it. Betty Page. So she was and beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous girl. Way ahead of her time. Smart lady. So Betty Page. So very quick. You guys were good on that one. Good find. And Tennessee's got a lot of rich history people don't know about. There's a lot that comes out of Nashville is like the little LA. It really, really is. She was in her mid-30s when she started, lied about her age. She sure did. And she got away with it, too. That's why I've told Evie, she was like, oh, I'm getting too old to be, I was like, you don't look it. In fact, the other day, the UPS guy I guarantee he didn't think she was.
I told him I was 28. He says you have to be 21 to sign this. And I was like, I'm 28. And he's like, you have to be 21.
Either it threw him off.
I think I threw him off because he like stumbled there for a second. It was really kind of funny.
He memorized you must be 21 and you said 28 and he was like, but the paper says 21 and they didn't brief us on this. I think he was supposed to say 21 or older. Someone found a legit copy of the Declaration of Independence at a pawn shop in Nashville. How about that? Evie's hot. You're a lucky man. Well, thank you, David. She is. She very much so is. That's awesome too, guys, you know? There's so much stuff. Chris says the same thing. Evie, trust me, I know how you feel looking young. You guys have no idea.
Oh, yeah,
Chris hasn't. He's a vampire of some sorts.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in on his secret, but he won't tell me.
Chris hasn't aged a day in his life.
He keeps telling me some BS lie about his family and all this other crap.
You'll be 32. I know, man.
He found the Fountain of Youth, you guys, and he won't tell me where it is. Because I don't want to be old.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Right.
See, that's depressing too, is when you go to Toys R Us now as an adult and you see all the sad adult faces there. What they're sad is that it's the radiation. Yeah. It's a two-sided coin though. You got the birth defect, but you got the forever young. Which reminds me, of course, of that song, Forever Young.
I was thinking that too.
I want to be forever young, forever. What did you miss? Well, Cody, last night I got hit by a tornado. Well, not me. Okay. Quit celebrating birthdays, David Smith says, and you'll never grow old. But do remember this about your birthdays. When people say how old you are, I've broken it down to it doesn't really matter in age. Your age is only marking how many laps you've been around the sun. That's all it is.
Well, good for you that's the way you.
When do you want to come by, Chris? When's good for Chris to come hang?
Okay.
Anytime, buddy. Hop in the vehicle. Come on over. We're just chilling. Where do you go, my lovely? I want to know. What happened to the stream? Sorry, I got disconnected for a second, Cody, but we're back. Sometimes it happens, man. I don't know why. It's just this app. I don't have, like, a dedicated camera and a computer set up to be, like, broadcasting from an actual webcam. So I use my phone, and sometimes the app crashes. So that's what happens, and there's nothing I can do about it for right now, bud. But, once I get better equipment and a new computer, hopefully at the end of this year I should have a nice new desktop set up so that I can broadcast uninterrupted to you guys, because it annoys me. It really does. It's not fair to you that there's constant interruptions. I don't watch other live streamers. I see other live streamers. They slow down. They buff once in a while, too. But I think that's just not acceptable to me, so I'm going to fix that. I'll fix it. It's what I do. I fix things. I'm a fixer. And I'm not kidding. It's my favorite thing to do. I like to fix things. But I'm not a good closer. So, like, yeah. Hello, Mansui. What are we chatting about? Well, I've never seen you in here, and I'm happy to have you joining us in the live stream. We had a tornado last night that just rolled through my city, knocked down a bunch of stuff. You watched 2 live streamers, Jeremy and that's Brad. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you joining us there, Mansui. Very pleasure. Not a whole lot really going on. How are you doing? First off, dude, where are you from? We always like to find out where people are from that we've never seen before. And you're 7.7 in dog years, David. Oh, see? There you go. And so dogs just get more alive. We were talking about age too, and what is age? Age is just marking how many times how many laps you've been around the sun. So I don't think that's really anything. I mean, if you got rid of age, I understand the principle of age is for certain aspects of things in life, but for the most part, it's really just marking how many laps you've gone around on this rock, the third rock from the sun, because that's what it is, the rocky planets. And we're on the third one, of course. A horse is a horse, of course. So, yeah. Been how many days you been? Oh. Well, I apologize. We go through a lot of different topics, Mansui. It's never the same twice. So, if I'm hit and miss, man, I do apologize. Hopefully you do find a topic one time that you do enjoy. If you stick around long enough, I guarantee whatever the topic is, it will change. That's the only thing I can guarantee, is the topic will never stay the same very long. Or consistently, and we're always open to new topics. If you want to throw an idea out there, and that's what I think we do a lot on this stream. Is I'm happy to tell you guys what's going on in my day, but most of the stream is people feed me information, and then I just we muddle it around, and then we come up with something with it, and we make something out of it. Sometimes it's ridiculous, sometimes it's stupid, but sometimes it's really interesting, and it even catches myself off guard when we do this. But it's just all about ideas. I love ideas. What's the idea? Tell me about your... And then I do voices. Tell me about your idea, darling. Happy to hear. And then I've got a friend over here. We're going to make you a movie star. So there's always something going on there, Mansui. Always something going on. But again, though, where are you from, Mr. Mansu? I'd love to know. The name is very interesting. I don't know if that's a real name or a handle of some sort, but I'd still be interested to know where you're from. I myself am from the United States here, and
You're from Germany.
I am. Well, I live. There are 2 airports in my town. They are. Those are very, very small airports, though, Tom. HAARP weather modifications. Now, let me tell you this, guys. We've discussed this. Now, I've seen Fort Campbell's weather machine, and I watched them try to turn it on last night, and that didn't work. You could see it on the radar, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, Evie, check this out. Look, Fort Campbell turned their weather machine on, and you could see it where they tried to break it up, because oh, you do stop in here, Mansui. Okay, Canada. I'm actually working on trying to learn the full Canadian national anthem, and I think I've got the next line down, so it's, "Oh, Canada, our home and native land." Shit, it just slipped my mind. We stand on guard for thee. I had it. I swear to God, it was in my mind. I've been watching it, trying to learn it. Weather machine, Fort Campbell, the weather machine. Yeah, they control the weather. Well, they try to disperse weather around here. So what happens is, at least the theory I came up with is you can see it turn on too on the weather. Because if I'm watching the radar, you'll see like this huge storm approaching Fort Campbell. And I'm like, dude, we're about to get nailed. And then you'll see this light antenna come on off in the distance. You've got to live here a while to notice these things. And so I watched it come on. And then you look at the radar and you see like a solid line just start forming. And the weather pattern breaks up around. This stops and it goes around. And then the weather stops, and it misses Fort Campbell. The
whole neighborhood of dogs is going crazy out there.
The reason being, true patriot love in all of us command. That's it. Thank you. I knew it was something about a patriot. So I got to work on that one. I'm going to memorize it. So the whole purpose of this, though, the reason for this weather machine is because Fort Campbell boasts that we are the fighting force of the United States Army, which means that Fort Campbell can be anywhere in the world, anywhere you guys want in the world. Boots on grounds, forces ready to fight, 50,000 troops ready to kick butt, 72 hours, anytime, place, anywhere in the world. But to do that, you have to have the base being able to mobilize. And if a tornado comes through and rips up a bunch of stuff, guess what? The United States Army Fighting Force can't go do that. So they invented this weather machine that blocks bad weather from hitting us. Now, last night, I was monitoring the storm, and you see this giant storm coming, and you could see the green on the radar, which is just the basics, right? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see this circle just pop up over Fort Campbell where the weather stopped. And you could see it, and the weather was trying to go around it, and then it just got pushed off. And then the storm came through. They tried. I watched this. I've been watching it for years. And I do know that Fort Campbell monitors weather because I worked on generators that powered the mobile antennas or the mobile weather stations they have all over to try to feed the data to the weather machine to fight it. So it's kind of like a HAARP in reverse for defense, but anything that you can use in defense, you can flip the switch to. And now Brad is live, so I'm going to go over to his chat too, but I'm going to stay with you guys so we can watch a little bit of Brad sneaking in on my live time. Oh, let's see what he says. Hold on, let me get my headphones. I don't want to interfere. Hold on. No, stay right there. I'm just grabbing my headphones as soon as I can find them. Soon as I can find them. Where did you hide them? Oh, they're over here. They got to be near here. In this general vicinity. No.
You were using them last night for gaming.
I know. I was using them for game. Ah, there they are. Okie dokie, artichoke. Now, I can still talk to you guys, and we can watch Brad. Here we go. Here we go. Let me jump over. I'm just listening to him, so I'm still talking to you guys by all means. Ow, my shoulder is killing me today. Let's see what he's talking about. Oh, what's going on? Oh, he's got the flu. So if you guys want to bounce back and forth between Brad's channel and my channel, I will completely understand. Trust me, I'm a bigger fan of, just like you guys are, of Brad. So it's just like you guys some
His family also.
and a UFO and a UFO. So trust me, when he comes on, and sometimes I know you guys are like, oh, Jay Greenbaum's on, I got to go check it out. When he comes on, I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, Brad is on, I got to go check it out. Oh, wow. So what do you guys say? Because I can't read both now. I have pushed the bell on the channel. Huh, that's just weird, but yeah, he's live right now. Is Brad sick or something? Oh, yeah, he looks like he's in bed. He doesn't feel... He did take a week off. Somebody said on Brad's channel, you Americans need to build houses out of brick. So that's funny. Guys, I like watching Brad's live stream and live streaming with you. It's kind of like we're crossing the streams on the internet. He's been motorbiking all day. Here in America, we just say bikes. We're going to go ride bikes or motorcycles. We don't say biking. To us, a bike, well, I guess you could say. Nobody assumes that if you say we're going to go ride bikes, that you mean you're going to go ride pedal bikes. Crossing the streams. Oh, I love it. We're crossing the streams, aren't we? Hold on, we'll type that up. Crossing the streams. I love it. I didn't even realize the pun in there. I was thinking Ghostbusters and like we were just crossing lines. But we actually are crossing the streams. Oh yeah, that's why he's red. Right? You guys have a lot of clay there in Canada. We have a lot of clay here in Tennessee. I'm already going to be the first to call it right now. This summer, we're going to have a ton of sinkholes. I guarantee it. Okay, let me see what you sent, Cody. Did you see what I... Let me see. Hold on, Cody. Sorry, my friend told me to get off the phone and showed him your videos, and he said... Oh, that's so cool, man. Cody showed his boss my streams, and now the stream is his boss is watching. That's cool. Hi, Cody's boss. Thank you for letting him watch. Do you want a shout out for your business? Let me know. If that'll get Cody out of trouble, I'll shout out your business on this stream. So anybody who needs to come to Cody's work, it'll be made up for. So he wasn't wasting time. How about that, good sir? How about that? See, I'm all about compromise. I'm a compromise kind of guy. We can make a compromise. It's still going to benefit me, but it's also going to benefit you. Maybe not as much, but it will. And that's at least as long as everybody's benefiting, we're all gaining, right? And that's good, right? It's always good when you can benefit, and don't be mad if somebody benefits more. Because sometimes that's just the way it's going to happen. So, but as long as you're benefiting, you're good. I'm going to have my dinner now if you're still... Okay, Sean, well, very good. Go eat. Get something in you. Study hard. You got to keep that brain power up. You're going to be a doctor and save the world and change it someday. So I need you to stay there. Hello, J-Man. I see you bouncing back and forth. Hold on. Uh-oh, Brad's got an epic video he says he's going to load. Live a little, Sean. Eat and stream. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is great. It should be 6:30 there. 6:36 in the UK. Quick time to troll Greenie. Ha! Rob's gonna come over and troll me. So I think I got it right on the time. I had to learn the UK time so that I could keep up with what time Brad is, so I know when to call, when we can chat, when it's not appropriating. So are you looking for advertising for your channel at all? No, not in particularly, Cody. Not really. I just kind of like hanging out, doing my thing. Miller time. So many people don't. So did your tornado do much damage? It did, sir. It did, Mansui. 6 homes were destroyed about a few miles away. 2 people were injured that I know of. Dozens of cars took damage. Lots of tree damage. Houses down. Trees down. Car damage. I know a lot of glass was broken out at some people's. One tree came down on my chicken coop.
Roof damage.
My chicken coop got smushed by a tree. A big tree came. It looks like it held up. The roof held up, but I'm going to have to replace some shingles on it and possibly replace some 2x4s in it. But it held, so I'm very proud of my chicken coop. But it took a tree down on it. Not a big one. I was driving out earlier, and there's just trees down all over. Lots and lots of trees down everywhere. A lot of road crews out cleaning stuff up. Typical tornado stuff. So, I'm glad I didn't read any reports of anybody being killed that I know of yet, so that's good. But it definitely did some. We always get damage here. A few personal friends of mine actually did experience some damage. Their car windows got knocked out. How about a video showing us the damage? I might go ride around later. If I do, I'll try to film some of it. The last time we had a huge flood here, I filmed the floodwaters, and that was crazy. Some trees had like water up to their base of their trunks, and the leaves were covered in dirty mud water from how high the water was when the hurricane rolled through, and we got all the water from that. So I've videotaped some damage before here. So if you guys want to go back and see the hurricane damage from Hurricane, I think it was Irma, you can see sometimes. I hope no one got dead neither, Joe. But I haven't heard any reports of any deaths yet. We're pretty. This town is pretty good at responding. We have a lot of military here, so everyone's pretty hua hua on what to do when it goes down and what not to do, like go out and film it. So everyone was pretty good, I think. That's generally why we have a lot of homes here with basements, and there's only a few trailer parks left here in the town, so not being in a solid thing, not having that has saved a lot of lives, I think, too, just by saying, look, in this area, these aren't safe types of homes to have here. So instead of building them, everyone just built apartments or brick complexes in place of those, and I think it saved a lot of damage over time by just removing those. And people are like, oh, well, it's affordable housing. Apartments around here aren't too unaffordable. A trailer probably run you $300 to $400, apartment $400 to $500. Probably rent a house for $600 or $700. Bigger house for $900 to $1,100. I'm okay, Jack. We're good. It's like a magnet, yeah. Well, they were smart around here. They got rid of a lot of the trailer parks and put in a lot more apartment buildings. Yeah, Jack, we're good. The tornado was about 4 or 5 miles away from here. Last night when I had to cut the stream, when I could start hearing it, there was a small flash of lightning in the background. I could see I could see it, and I was like, "Yep, deuces. That's that." Once you have eyes on and you can hear, that's when I'm done. That's when I'm done. I had visual, I had audio. It was lights, camera, and action. I got out of Dodge. We went down to the basement and rode out the storm, but we're good. We're good. So we were good though, but it was a lot of fun, and and we caught that little light in the sky, the UFO. Don't know what it was. No, but if you guys want me to get some stickers going, I would be happy to make a couple small ones for you if you really want. Evie's really good at doing art projects. Hi, Cody's boss. Thanks, man. No, you guys don't have to worry about that if you wanted to. You don't really need to. If you guys just tune in and watch, that's the best thing ever. Like, share, and subscribe, and you've done more than I could ever hope for right there. So, you could do magnetic stickers. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Little of those. I like those magnetic bumper stickers. I really do. Only problem is we had one and someone stole it. It's like, really? Who steals a bumper sticker? And Evie made a good point today. The dogs have been barking a lot. All the neighborhood dogs have been just like communicating solidly. Did you ever think that maybe when a dog doesn't go outside to bark to the other dogs are like, yo, where'd that dog go? And then all of a sudden, oh, there he is. There, we were wondering where you were. Oh, my owners haven't let me outside. Oh, okay.
Like a phone call.
Right, it's a split second, guys, and I didn't even, like, I was, like, staring at it, and I was moving the camera back and forth. I saw it, and I kept moving the camera, and I was like, what in the hell did I just see? And then I wasn't sure if I saw it, and then I asked some others, did I see that, or did you guys see that? And people were like, yo, what was that? Then I was like, then I knew I got it. And, it doesn't come through the camera as well as I would like to. The car is fine. My camper is okay. The cars are okay. All of them are all good. So we're okay there. Well, she's over there. She doesn't like to be on camera as much. She does have her own channel, though. What's your channel name, Evie? Hold on. I'll do this for you guys. If you ever want to go see her YouTube videos, let me bring it up for her. She's actually on my featured, if you go to it, EEVEE. Hey, let me bring up hers and I'll get you guys the link so you can go check out her channel. She doesn't do as whole much. I think she's getting ready to do, you said what? You want to do Twitch, right?
Yeah, I think so.
She wants to do more Twitch. So we're going to get her started on that. But for now, this channel doesn't have any content. Oh, you haven't set your homepage up yet. That's why your homepage isn't set up. We're going to have to get that done for you. That's going to help out a lot. But here, let me get you her videos. Just go to her videos, and then you'll be able to see her videos and check out her stuff. So let me do this for her. One second there for you, Cody. And I appreciate you showing an interest, too. She has some really good stuff she does. Her DNA reveal video was a lot of fun. We had a great time doing that one. Hold on, I'm almost done, but I'm back almost over to the stream to post this up. I think I'm going to do some Fortnite today, or tonight. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, or if I'm just going to try to record it, download it, edit it, and then load it. So I think that might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. But for you, Cody, good sir, ball lightning, I've never heard of. Yeah, it's actually David Smith. Ball lightning is a rare phenomenon of lightning, where the lightning doesn't, basically a charge of it moves. This is what I speculate it is, but by all accounts, a UFO is an unidentified flying object. It was in the sky. I wasn't, as for me, I wasn't able to identify it. What are you streaming from? My cell phone. I have a Galaxy S8 phone. Actually, a nice camera, too, for the front picture. So I wasn't able to, what was I saying? Ball lightning. Again, it was in the air. I wasn't able to identify it. So from my perspective, it was unidentified, and therefore it was an unidentified flying object. Now, did I say it was of alien or extraterrestrial origins? No. Do I mean that it is? And I jokingly in the video do say maybe they're checking out our weather patterns, which, you know, if it is, should it be that route, then that could be what that is doing if we go that, you know, it's like the yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So that was, it was interesting, but you should check it out. It's at about 17 minutes. You can watch it. It's very quick, and it just happens out of nowhere, but it's distinct, and it moves. So at first I thought maybe that was just an antenna light of something because it flashed, but then I saw you can see distinct movement out of it as it disappeared from here, moved quickly, and reappeared. It's almost like a thin tracer, but it's so quick. Peanut, dude, please, man. Stop. Like
I've been trying so hard not to laugh.
the whole time I'm over here like getting pushed. And he's
he messed up the whole blanket.
I
trying to
know.
get comfortable.
I know, and it was so annoying. So, wondering if the storm. And it's possible it could have stirred up a lot of the rivers and stuff like that and washed a lot of stuff down river, upriver, whatnot. And there might be some stuff. I've got to find better places to go magnet fishing around here because the problem with it is in the UK for Brad, like, and I've seen others, they've got these really nice streams with like lake riverbeds. And people go in those things and they're good. Well, around here, we've got these rivers that have a lot of logs. And what happens is they wind up getting stuck. You magnet fish, do you put videos off of it? Yeah, I've got magnet fishing videos up, Cody. If you would go through my channel, you would see these things. As I say the same thing to Chris. But yeah, if you just go through my videos, I've got several magnet fishing videos, not a ton. That's why we're here. Yeah, it was actually, I do some magnet fishing. I have to find better places. I also do gold panning. I do a little bit of everything. That's the point. Don't tell me how to do my job. So yeah, I put videos up of it. Absolutely, Cody. Oh, that's nice. See, the rivers around here, though, the river I have to work with is the Cumberland River. And the problem is that because there's so much trees and stuff around here, the river is full of nothing but dead wood. And the problem with the magnet is that when I get it down there, it's dragging. It's only about 10, 15 feet deep. But when I hit the bottom, it's dragging along logs. So it gets stuck a lot. Now, there's another spot I know of, but we're in the same similar situation. But I can swim in that one to go get it. Problem is, though, is that I don't like going to the same spot so many times. I know there's stuff there. It's just a matter of finding it. So I do like to go gold panning. I like to go gold prospecting. I have a little sluice and a pan. I like doing videos on that. That's a lot of fun, but it kills my shoulder. And then we do metal detecting videos. And I have the morning show, and I have my live streams, and I have the video games, and I have the retro gaming videos. I've got old Army videos. I've got my stand-up comedy videos. I've got some challenges I've done. I've got some challenges I've come up with. I've done the milk challenge a couple times. Oh, you do? So you go back. I want to get a dredge. I want to get a dredge and get my dredging license and go dredging with SIP. Oh, I don't have anything fancy like that, buddy. I've got the little, maybe 12-inch sluice, and I've got the big green pan. I've made a few of my own little stuff kits together, and I enjoy going panning once in a while. It's a lot of fun. Sluicing around here doesn't require a license. Dredging does. But it's a lot of fun. I would love to take a weekend just to go do concentrates and then come back to a homemade sluice box and sluice out all my... Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if you have like names and numbers, and usually when people start getting into that kind of stuff, you're like, oh wow, that's high speed, like an Abby 78. I'd be like, whoa, that's got to be better than the Abby 70 model, and I've got like an Outdoorsman 2. So, you know, it's whatever. I didn't know if you just have some... When you got names to equipment, that's how you know you're getting into the good equipment. Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Cool. I don't know a lot about it. I just like going out and do it because it's fun. And it gets me out into... I like playing in water, and I like playing in dirt. So, and I don't know why. I like playing in dirt. I really do. I love playing in water and dirt because they go together. Because when you get dirty, you can wash it. So it's clean. So I kind of like that. Ooh, the Devil's Inkwell. Well, good. Scrapping is a good way to make some money. I called Brad a poop head. So when Sip comes, wow, I didn't realize everyone ditched. Everyone's gone to Brad. Tom said I'm doo-doo. Well, that's cool. Why is it telling me only one person's here when I know there's like 3 or 4? See, YouTube's lying to me about my numbers. They're trying to discourage me and make me leave. That's crazy. Do you guys see how many... Look at this. It says there's 1, but there's like 5 people here. YouTube lies to me, man. They don't like me. What do I do that pisses YouTube off so much? What? Oh, Brad. Oh, I heard Brad in my ear and he goes, Jeremy, what? And I looked over at him.
You looked over at me, but I want Brad. And you're like, oh.
Bacon? Oh, that's why vegans are so always like angry. They don't have bacon. They feel it. Now it says I have nobody watching. Is there anybody here? No. One, it says there's 1 again. Man, I can't trust these numbers. It's so erratic. See, this is nuts. YouTube is lying to me. It's trying to make me discouraged and leave. It's trying to make me leave. I'm not. Not yet. A shame, isn't it? I don't know. It's probably just the app having an issue. It's really not them trying to lie to me. If I really just want to be honest, it's just the app having issues. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, and I have to always be aware that the internet after a major tornado or something like that, it's going to be a little wonky. It always is. Well, very cool. No, good. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to stress it. I don't do this. I don't talk just to talk. I talk to just kind of talk, not so much to... Well, welcome back, Mansui. I saw you over at Brad's. Glad to have you back over onto the dark side of the Force. Which, by the way, of course, I've always stated, the Jedi are the evil one, the Sith are the good guys. I don't think anybody ever realizes that's what I think what George Lucas was going for, and no one caught it, or very few caught it. There's different thinkings, but yeah, I definitely say the Jedi are evil. Absolutely. Doubts? Without a doubt. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, you got to remember, man, Brad's got, let me look over at his channel quick. He's got 50 people watching now. And when you're trying to do these conversations and keep your mind going and keep talking to people and everything like that, it gets a little difficult. And you got to remember that his are going to fly past a lot faster, dude. So do give him a break, you know, understand that he has a lot. Like, even watching now, people are just flying through the comments, but, yeah, Brad is, he's actually, guys, he's a big YouTuber. He actually got his, he's going to get his first play button. Super jealous, but well-deserved. He earned it. He does a great work. He puts editing time into his videos. I don't. But I think that mine stands on its own, and that's just my way. Well, you know, he's earned it, man. He's a good guy, and he's worked very hard, and in such a short amount of time. I've known Brad about 2 years when we were both... I haven't grown nearly as much as he has in 2 years, but he's grown substantially. When I first started talking to Brad, he had like 200 subscribers, and in 2 years, he picked up 10,000. That's amazing. And he's got some great content. He does put out some amazing stuff. But I do understand he gets a little overwhelmed by everybody. I don't get as overwhelmed. Handling lots of people at one time, at one point, was my job in the military. I had, at one point, 12 people that I would have to manage in 12 different jobs and 12 different positions and keep track of 12 different things, and I had 36 generators to maintain, each individual serial numbered, and I learned each generator individually. It was a personal one. They all had their own little quirks. So it's a little easier for me to always talk to you guys, and trust me, this would never stop. I'll always be able to read your comments. Well, thank you, David. I appreciate it. Oh, well, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe someday if my channel ever gets big enough, I'll be able to get a P.O. box to have you guys send stuff. Used to... Oh, boy. Someday. I mean, I've given out... Some people have my Facebook. And if I feel comfortable enough with somebody from a live stream long enough... So what I was saying, though, is that once I'm comfortable enough with somebody on my YouTube, I'll generally allow them to... I'll add you on my Facebook, which is now my Twitter and my other accounts, my Instagram, that's open. I'll add everybody, but Facebook is a little more private. But I always, if somebody wants to send me a postcard or something, I'll give you my personal address in a private message. I just ask that you please don't give it out and share it with anybody outside. If someone's like, "Oh, I'm a fan, I want to send him something. Can you give it to me?" Please don't do that. But other than that, yeah, once I'm comfortable with you, I'd be happy sending you my real address so that if you felt like sending a postcard or something, that would be fine. Several people have done that before. George has sent me stuff. Brad has sent me stuff. I've been super lazy, and
Brad's family, though.
I'm supposed to mail Brad's. And well, yeah, Brad is technically family. Technically, he's related to Evie, so it's family that way. But I have stuff I'm supposed to mail to Brad. I've got stuff I got to mail to Ann. I've got stuff I got to mail to Ash. So the problem here is that mailing these things are very expensive. So I got to start doing one at a time. And I've been lazy. I hate going to the post office. It's one of my pet peeves. I hate mailing stuff. I'm so bad at it. Like, I just don't know why I don't like going to mail stuff. I don't know why. It's just one of my things. So I'm very bad about going to the mail. This is why I want to do t-shirts, but I don't want to do a business, so I'd rather it be online, so it's not my responsibility to mail. Or if I did that, I would have to make Evie in charge of doing all the mailers, but she loves to do mail, kind of like letters, and she's actually probably one of the world's best secretaries, because she doesn't even know it. But
the thing is I do know it.
She does know it. She's so good at doing that stuff. So if I ever did like my own t-shirt inventory or fan cards or bracelets sent out individually, Evie would be the one to help me out most with that. Like if it's done and once it's ready to go and all I have to do is put like stamps on it and go to the post office, I'm in. Thank you, David, so much. We appreciate it. That's okay. Well, thank you so much, David. You guys have a great day. Take it easy. Have a good night. It's so crazy to see Brad's son getting older in front of my eyes, because like when I first started talking to Brad 2 years ago, his daughter wasn't even born yet. Is that what I didn't even think he said house. I have some trouble understanding some accents. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thank you. You see nothing. Everyone turn blind eye for a moment. You saw nothing. Uh-oh, I missed somebody said something they weren't supposed to be saying on Brad's and I missed it. That's also something else too. I'm a moderator on Brad's channel, so I always try to do it. No, we don't have a date yet. Unfortunately, we tried to raise some money to get him here, and it just didn't really work out the way we wanted to. We had some ideas for advertising, so I came up with a way to get the money to get Brad and Ash to America, but I'm doing it on my own, so it's going to take me a little longer. We were aiming for June, but it may be a little later. It may be a little sooner than that. Probably not sooner, but probably a little later, but we are working it. He does have to get time off of work, And I know he does his YouTubing stuff. Oh, there's baby Evie. Look.
Yeah. Screaming and crying.
Oh, she does not. Oh, hold on. I'm going to remove that. I don't know if you... Oh, she is too cute.
I think it's funny that we're related. We have the same name.
Yeah, that is
That's
interesting.
never happened before in my life.
It
And
was
we didn't even know we were related when
Yeah.
she was born.
When they named her, we didn't know that you guys were related. Or, yeah.
Butter.
Interesting, though. Good stuff. Well, we hit our 1 hour mark. We're going to go a little longer here on this stream. Let me make sure it does. Brad, how about a GoFundMe page? You know, we thought about it, but it feels kind of so cheap, almost like begging people for money for Brad to go on a vacation. It seems very cheap to me, and I don't want to do that route. But we got to get enough money to get the flights covered and then all the stuff we have planned to do. And I think we could pull it off for about $2,000, $2,500. So I've got the money coming. It's just when I'm going to be able to get it, if I can get it as fast as well. If I get it when I think it's going to be here, we're going to have to wait till the next summer, so 2019. But if I can get it earlier, I'll get him here as soon as I can. But, you know, plus we have to have gas money, travel money. I want to rent a truck so I can tow my camper so we don't have to worry about, or maybe just use my vehicle to tow it, save on money there, but that's going to increase the crap out of the gas. If I rented a newer truck, it might be better on gas. Oh, and Brad ended his stream. There we go. Let's see if I can catch enough people to come over. Over to my stream, people. Let's see if somebody comes over. Let's see if we can pull some people. Can we pull some? Can we pull a few over? I'm sure, but, you know, then again, I'm sure maybe some people don't. Well, you know, I figure this. Brad has 10,000 subscribers. If even half of them were interested in seeing him go, and half of them were actually interested in donating, that would be 2,500 people. If each of them donated $2, that would be enough to cover the entire trip and be done. If each of them donated $1, it would be enough to pay for the whole trip. And I think people would enjoy it, but it's a matter of that. Oh, let's see. And bye-bye, Brad. Now let's see if people are going to actually jump over. Let me know. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over. There we go. Yeah, Brad was having to end his stream. It looks like the kids got home and he got a bunch of... He had to do some stuff. So, but that's good, though.
Adult.
He had to, thank you, Evie. That's what I was looking for. But that means what? My full attention is back to you guys. So I did my part. I was watching. I have thumbed up Brad. As always, I appreciate to see family. But now I get to see this family. He had to daddy him. Absolutely. He had to go play daddy. Hi, quick, I need a grown-up. Oh,
Butter
crap,
City.
I am the grown-up.
Look, put Butter behind you.
Look at her. She's out of nowhere. All right, Tom's back. It's good to bounce back and forth. My job, though, is to keep an eye on it for Brad, so that when somebody does say something inappropriate, there's someone there to strike it down. And, yeah. Okay. So, we talked about the tornado yesterday. We talked about the UFO sighting yesterday. I don't think, I'm going to have to come up with a new name for this. I don't know what to call it yet, though. Maybe it'll say, I survived Tennessee tornado 2018. Just like the kids, too. Dude, I'm a giant child. Except, I mean, don't get me wrong. When adulting does need to be done, I can adult. And I can adult well. Maybe too hard, almost. But then when it comes... But see, though, that's the opposite side of it, is that I adult very hard, but I also kid very hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But you have to have equal amounts. That's the thing.
But it's balanced. I can balance the two. It is, yeah. It's like carrying two trays. If one's off, the weight's going to be wrong, and you'll have to counter the other one, and that's not good countering. You want to stay even.
That's what a Libra is.
A Libra? Yeah. Yes. But I'm not a Libra.
I am.
You are a Libra, though. That's fine. I'm an Aries. He's a zebra. A zebra sounds like a Libra, and it's striped, so I get it. Do you know why zebras are striped?
Don't care.
Oh, you don't care. Okay.
That's a first. Normally you tell me anyway.
Am I going to do more magnet fishing videos? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We're planning on going magnet fishing. What day is it? The 25th, right? So Sip will be here in 17 days. So we're going to be doing some magnet fishing in soon. Camo from grass. Hello, to hide in the grass, to look classy on the streets. What's everybody saying? I have no idea.
From the zebra.
Oh, from the zebra.
Oh my gosh, you done forgot.
To hide in the grass. No, actually, the reason why zebras are striped, it's so that when they're running in a herd, since lions they have decent eyesight, but they still see in mostly shades of gray and grays. When zebras are running in a herd, the stripe patterns messes with the eyes, and it's hard for a lion to pick out an individual zebra, which is, if you just run at a crowd, you're always going to miss. The idea with the zebra is you have to single out one, but the stripe patterns mess with the lion's eyes, so it's harder to single out one zebra. It's the 25th. Ow, I burned myself. Which comes back to my African safari theory, which says that there's a herd of zebra running along the plains of Africa. Now, the herd can only run as fast as the slowest zebra, because if they don't, they'll break up as a herd and no longer be a herd, right? So they're running along the plains of Africa at the pace of the slowest zebra. But then a lion comes along and picks off the slowest zebra at the back, right? Meaning that zebra is now gone, meaning the herd can now move faster because the slowest zebra is gone, correct? So it's the same thing with brain cells. If they say marijuana kills brain cells, well, clearly it's going to attack the weaker brain cells first, allowing the remaining brain cells to function at a much more exponential rate. That's my African safari theory. I made that up years ago. It sounds good. According to evolution, it would be correct. Well, not according to evolution. Well, I guess on an evolutionary standpoint, but not on a biological one. But I still like it, and it's mine, and you don't tell me how to do my job. Well, very good. See? Cool. I like swimming, and I have gills. Well, I like yellow snow, and I get stuck in the mud. I think you meant gills. Gills. Oh, that's funny. Good times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. What book is that? Gills. Gills. My dad told me years ago that the military had a program where they would insert these things into your lungs by creating slits in your lungs, and it would allow you to breathe underwater. Problem was, though, is that soldiers couldn't get over the idea of allowing their lungs to fill with water, and that it was uncomfortable. So everybody would fight trying to not breathe in water that you need to pump the water. And so they scrapped the idea because nobody could get comfortable with the idea of letting their lungs fill with water. Which is just a very unnatural sensation. Yeah. No. That was Waterworld, where he had gills behind his ears, which is one of my favorite movies. But there was the military. My dad was telling me about a program, but basically they would put slits into the lungs and insert these objects that would filter out, I guess, the water and pull the oxygen and inject it into your blood, so that you were still getting an oxygen supply to your blood, which is all you need. Problem was, though, is your lungs are filling with water, which is very painful and uncomfortable, and it also kills your buoyancy. So soldiers weren't comfortable with that, so I think that program got scrapped. unless they readapted it some other way. But that's just what I heard, and that was like 20 years ago. So. Yeah, the wearing the suit, the space suits. Well, those are almost like the weird thing about those spacesuits is they're not really easy to move in because it has to be pressurized to atmospheric pressure inside the suit, which is 14.3 pounds per square inch. So every time they're moving 14 pounds per square inch of their body to fight the suit. What movie? He had to breathe the water. Patrick Duffy and he had gills. The guy who's wearing an astronaut suit with the water, a lot of oxygen, he has to breathe the water. I don't know if it's necessarily the water. I think you're thinking of maybe Dune, where he had a suit that recirculated his breath to catch the moisture out of his breath, and his suit gathered his sweat to rehydrate him on the Dune planet because it was so dry. That might be the one you're thinking of. That could be it? I don't know. I might be wrong, but that sounds very similar to Dune. Which decent movie. I read one book of it, which was a prequel to the Dune series, but written by the guy's son. I'm not sure either, Tom. Breathe Liquid Water movie. The Abyss? Was it The Abyss? Let's see. Unaware of the plans, he located a warhead stopped an experimental diving suit equipped with a liquid breathing apparatus to survive the depths. So I think that's it, The Abyss. Space Odyssey was good. And you know what, Tom? You were the one who found me the Phantom Toll booth. I'm surprised you weren't able to find that for yourself as quickly. And all I did was type in what you said. See, I learned. I'm a T1000, T100, a learning computer. You were born in 89? No, she goes Tuesday. 2 more days of this crap. 2 more days of this crap. And the kitty will be also finished, and there will be no more longing with the meowsy, and we will be very happy, yeah. 2 more days. There's the missus. It's also in her breed. Bengals are very much known for their vocalization, and I love vocal kitties. I really, really do. You were born in 86, Tom. I'm older than you, Tom. You were born 14/3. Oh, our birthdays are very close. You're a March birthday. Very nice. Me too. My birthday's next month.
Did he say 4?
March 14th is his birthday. Oh. My dad's is the 17th. You too. Yes, I'm March. Oh, you remembered. I'm March 31st. Yep. Oh, March people are the best. March people are the best. Yep. August. So that means that our parents like to get it on around August. So right when school's back in, they're like, yep, time to go hang out with everybody, socialize again, time to hook up. That's when we were born. Oh, sweet. See? March birthdays. Tell you what. I gotta trim this. It's starting to go into my mouth. Right there. Trim the beard up a little bit. It is looking pretty scruffy. The wrench, well, Matsui, the wrench means that they are moderators on my channel. So J-Man and Tom, if someone was to step out of line so we don't have to interrupt the... And when I mean step out of line, trust me, we can talk about dang near anything, but there's no need to ever be rude about things. And if someone ever gets unnecessarily rude, the people with the wrench there are helped to remove those comments, and that's all. So it just makes... So I don't have to stop the live stream, what I'm doing to remove it. I can just, hey, can one of you guys remove that, please? And then we're right back to it. And then I'll address the issue directly while it's being done. There's some people who've made jokes, and while we all understand it's a joke, some are just not appropriate for the fact that if a new person came into the chat right at that time, I would not want that to be their first impression, especially since we're all friends here. So I just have no interest in upsetting some people. Now, of course, though, on my Facebook, if you guys want to send me stuff that's just really inappropriate, pictures, that's fine. I don't care. But just not when we're doing this platform, because again, I wouldn't want to, and it's not that I think that we shouldn't, life is offensive, but it doesn't necessarily mean I need to go out of my way to be offensive. And if it's something simple as we just keep some stuff down to let's not do that, it helps courtesy. Courtesy is the word. Not offensive, we're courteous. I prefer to be courteous. So, we'll always try to keep that to a minimal, but we can have fun here. Trust me, I go off on some weird stuff, so it's not unlikely that we won't. It's just, we can do it in a courteous manner. And I think we'll come right back to the word, Joe will know right with me. Joe, do you want to put that word up for me real quick? Joe knows the word. There it is, respect. It comes down to respect. And just for others, we're gonna respect others. It's just too easy to do. Even if it is my platform and you won't tell me how to do my job. But we'll do it with respect, I'll tell you. You don't tell me how to do my job. So, who is this? Rob Random. I'm randomly having Rob stop by. All right, Random coming on by, hanging out in the live stream. I still don't know how to get your name in orange. In orange? Oh, if you want the name in orange, you got to be the streamer. See, look, I say hi, and there's my name in orange because I'm the streamer. It's got the crown. Respectful yo with that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Rob. So I've always said that, though. He's like, just because we can do something doesn't mean you have to. We can do it with a little modesty and respect. And when you do that, it goes miles. And then when someone else dumps their respect to attack your respect, then you can lower yourself down just a little bit, not to their level, but enough to have some fun and keep yourself still in the positive. And that's how I like to do it. Oh, I think because you have to do the @ let's see, TOM, and then you select the person's name. Like that? Do you mean like that? I don't know, did it work? No? No, that didn't work, but it selected you. And it's supposed to come up. Sorry about that. Okay, Mansu, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for stopping again. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Patriot, something, something. We stand on guard for thee. So, thank you, Mansu. It's a pleasure having you. I'm going to keep working on that. But I appreciate your help. Maybe every time you come to my stream, you can help me get the next line, and we'll work on that together. That would be something a lot of fun, and I would appreciate it. But until then, though, you guys should work on learning the alphabet backwards, which is really easy to do, and I'll tell you how to do it. The first thing you do is sit down and write it. Just write it, and then read it. And after a few times of reading it, you'll be able to ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA like a beast. Which, there was another live streamer, and he has been working on saying the alphabet backwards, and I was trying to help him with it, and he kept getting messed up at the same point that almost everybody gets messed up at. And it's what I do is when I did my alphabet backwards, I didn't write it down, but I've taught others too. So what I did was I told people to remember that in the alphabet there are key words that you can hit points that are actually stumbling points. For instance, do you remember Do remember, though, that like in the alphabet, the word no is in there. M-N-O, no. Okay, so you got that one. There's also the word hi, H-I. So when you come to that point where you're getting close to it, so I do Z-Y-X-W-V-U-T-S-R-Q-P, and I know that after the P comes the O-N-M-L-K-J. Always remember the word hi, J, because the J has a dot above it, so does an I, so they're next to each other. So it's J-I-H, and then it's G-F-E-D-C-B-A. I'm going to need you to stop that. Stop it. No, stop it. Stop kicking me off. I apologize again, people. Please, my deepest and sincerest apologies for YouTube's app mishaps. App mishap. I like that. An app mishap. There's an app mishap. A hap with the app that is missed. You're Mary J. You're Mary J. And you are, let's see, I-L-E-H-M-O-T. Bam. Ha. I think I got that right. Did I get it right? I did. That was the first shot. I just did it real quick. Took a quick look over, got his name, knocked it out. Who was it else that Shakespeare, or excuse me, Leonardo da Vinci used to be the one who did that. Here's something too I want to teach people that I think has always been something interesting. Leonardo da Vinci. What was his last name? What was his last name? Leonardo da Vinci. What was his last name? And I'm going to teach you guys an interesting something about that. A little fun fact, because I saw this on Jeopardy once, and they gave it to the person, and I was very upset that they gave them the answer. And the question was, who was the inventor of this such and such? And the person said, who is Da Vinci? And they said, yes, Leonardo da Vinci, you're correct. And I was like, wrong. And they didn't catch it. And let me explain. Da Vinci. Back in those kind of days, that if you were born of high class, you received what would be called a surname and a birth name. Your birth name would be, for instance, we'll use me as an example. My birth name would be Jeremy. My surname would be Greenbaum. Okay? So if I was of a noble family or of a high family, I would have a surname and I would have a birth name. Now, because I'm not born of a noble family, I would be only given a birth name. Meaning my name would be, and in this example of what we're talking about, my name would be Leonardo. Okay? Da Vinci, which translates from, I believe, Latin, Greek. Da Vinci means of Vinci. Vinci was a city back in the day, and Leonardo was from there. So it was very common for people who were, although famous but not of noble birth, to be recognized by the city they were from. And so he was Leonardo of Vinci, which then people would know. So his name, when people say Da Vinci, for instance, Da Vinci Code just means of Da Vinci Code. So it makes no sense. So when the show asked specifically who invented, this inventor made the helicopter, and the person said, who is Da Vinci, they were wrong. It was who was Leonardo da Vinci. You actually need to put the Leonardo of Vinci, because if you just say of Vinci, that makes no sense, and that is an incorrect person. So, Helen of Troy, there's another good one. Helen, though, was, I believe, of a war. There's no proof that Troy actually existed. They're trying to come up with ways to see if it did or not. But according to the myth and legend, I believe Helen was not of really a king, but of a warlord who was of high status. And when the Prince of Troy took Helen, she would have had no surname because he was only a warlord, and therefore she became Helen of Troy. But so that's where that comes from. So when they say Leonardo da Vinci, for instance, we would say Joe of Ohio. It's the same thing. Or Jeremy of Tennessee, Leonardo of Vinci. And it was a way of identifying a specific person of non-higher birth. So there we go. We learned something. It's always annoyed me too. Damn Jeopardy. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. I lost on Jeopardy. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that's it's fun to learn things that are interesting, and it teaches you about the world around you. And when you understand the world around you, it's not so confusing to figure out how it works. I think that's the thing about life is that you're born into this life and there's rules, but no one tells you all the rules. You kind of got to figure it out for yourself. So you're playing a game that you have no idea what the rules are and you're trying to win, but you can't win if you don't know the rules. So if you take good time to learn the rules, then the game will be much easier to play. This is why I like Monopoly. I'm very, very familiar with the rules and I can argue the rules correctly even when I need to suit my favor. Now, if someone doesn't want to argue the rules with me when I do something, that's on them. I know the rules. And if they don't know the rules to stop me from doing something wrong in the game, then I can do it. I can get away with it. That's why you need to know the rules so we can call BS on some people when it's necessary, and you know how to play the game correctly. It means, yep, of Vinci, Da Vinci, of Vinci. Right? See? So there you go. So people have been saying Da Vinci's so much that it's just become his standard name. When everyone says Da Vinci, we know who he's talking about. But I was like, well, I assume that's how it is for me. When people would say to me, so I was watching this thing on Da Vinci last night, I assume to know what you mean and I could probably follow, but I don't like to assume. You could be very well talking about a documentary on the city of Vinci, and if that's what we're going to be discussing, I'd like to be in on the loop to know what we're discussing. So it really makes sense that I like people to clarify specifically what they mean, and then they'll say, well, you know what I mean. No, I presume to know what you mean, but you didn't clarify to me what you meant, so I'm going to have to speculate what you mean or do exactly what I'm doing now to question you to make sure we're on the same page. It would have been easier if they would have just gotten it right in the first place, but here I am. But I digress. In an island in the sun, we'll be playing it. Anyway, we were talking about Leonardo da Vinci, Pat, and I was letting people know that his name is not Da Vinci. It's just a common mistake. Vinci was a city of the time, and we went over surnames and birth names and how that all comes to be that his name was recognized as Leonardo da Vinci, but his name was in no way Da Vinci. In no way, shape, or form was the man's name Da Vinci. So that's what we were on about. I was having a go at Leonardo, and not DiCaprio. But it's interesting, too, when you think about it, though, that when the idea of royalty went out and everybody started getting family names, most of your family names were based on what your job was, you know? So, like, if you look at the Italian name Cunningham, it means rabbit farmer. So they're like, okay, we'll give you surnames now that there's no more kings anymore, but we're going to call you Bill Rabbit Farmer. That way we know it's Bill, he's a rabbit farmer. For instance, my last name, Greenbaum, means green tree. So obviously, when my family was doing something, we were involved with trees that were green. Wink, wink. Or pine tree farmers, who knows? There's a lot of uses for trees for people who would be a green tree. For instance, Evie's maiden name, do you mind if I use it? It's a very common name, was Wagner, which would probably be comes from a European German stock, which would be someone who probably was good at working on wagons, which would be a very popular. So that would be the name. Those are the Wagoners. So when you need to go get your wagon fixed or you need a wagon, you see the Wagoners. Makes only sense, right? What's in a name? Is E Pontimus? I don't know. There's a band here in Nashville. It's called The Secret Commonwealth. I really like their music. They usually perform at my dad's events whenever he has a house party. Post-hummus. So Secret Commonwealth, I think they're on YouTube. Now they did shoot a music video in my dad's barn. I think it was the Secret Commonwealth who did that. So if you guys ever want to see the barn, Pooh Smith. Well, if your last name is Pooh Smith, you probably were a manure worker of some sort. It would only make sense. Hey, man, we need someone who's versed in poo. Oh, you go see the Pooh Smiths. They got that covered. Get your field growing corn in no time. Oh, you tried to be clever there, Joe, but I was cleverer. That's funny. Oh, my shoulder's hurting like crazy today. All the pressure change. I can craft the finest armor from the finest poo. You ain't seen this shit like this before. Will it stop an arrow? No, but it'll keep the enemy at bay. You get stabbed and they're like, wiping their sword off. I'm not wiping this on my sheath. And it's gonna rain. Yeah, I think that would keep a few people at bay. I stuff my armor with poo. It adds a layer of protection, helps keep me warm, and the enemy doesn't want to fight. Well, I can imagine that. No, you're fine. I mean, if it's a name, there's never a name to apologize. You should never apologize for a name. People have weird names. What's in a name? Would a rose not be as sweet if it was called by any other name? Or smell as sweet if it was not called by any other name? Bloody hell, my shoulder is hurting right now. It hurts, peanut or butter. It hurts. I like mustard on my hot dogs too. I like mustard. When I was a kid, I used to eat mustard by the spoonful. It's so tangy. It's so tangy. It's the vinegar in it. I like the vinegar. Mustard's really good. And mustard takes a long time to go bad. Pat mustard. Ha. Well, everybody loves mustard. Brown mustard, spicy mustard, Grey Poupon. There's just a million lovelinesses of mustard. Each and every one in its own unique flavor. Spicy mustard, spicy brown mustard is really good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's true. I generally don't eat hot dogs. The 2 times I do eat hot dogs, I do like hot dogs, but I prefer Ballpark Franks because they're pure beef. But I generally don't eat a lot of hot dogs. The only time I will be easily tempted into a hot dog is in a corn dog. And well, that, sir, is good. But nothing wrong with taking the weird cuts of beef and finding a way to make them edible again. Nothing wrong with that. You know? Is it? I'll have to give that a try there, Thunder. You had a raw fish for dinner? Oh, no. Do you mean, what's that stuff I've heard about from the Netherlands? That fish. Lukefish? Lukefish? Is that it? Luckfish? Or maybe that's Sweden. That might be Sweden. I dated a girl who was Swedish and she wanted me to try lukefish, and I was like, no, that stinks horrible. There's no need to eat that. I already don't eat a lot of fish as it is, but in no way, shape, or form am I eating a stinky fish. If you look at the origins of where sushi came from, it was a fermented fish that was like 3 years old or something like that. And it was supposed to be a delicacy. It's like something like 100 pounds to buy this, or 150 pounds. And I wouldn't eat that. It looks horrible. Get me a pizza any day. Yeah, no. That's a fish that's been dead for a year? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no need to eat rotting fish. Herring? I know about herring, but I'm just not a herring fan. Lamb kebab? Lamb is good. I like lamb. I remember my dad was trying to cook lamb at my grandmother's in California once, and he was like, I don't know what's wrong with this meat. It won't brown. My aunt was like, or my grandma was like, it's lamb. It's not going to. Lamb stays kind of pink all the time. With onions? Ooh. You eat raw herring with onions? You had me at onions. You lost me at raw herring. Sorry, it's just not, that's not my cup of tea. But, to each their own. I guess that only means there's more herring for you, right? You had some lamb last night, Joe? It's been a long time since I've had lamb. Now, I did become a vegetarian for a while. Gefilte fish. I like gefilte fish. I'll eat gefilte fish. I don't mind that. A nice roll mop. Is what a roll mop. I'm not familiar. My hair? Yeah, I guess so. You can roll it out, mop things. Just scrub the floor. Sip makes something called trapino, which is this seafood mix of Italian stuff, and he was like, "Todo this is so good, you gotta try it, dude." And it wasn't my cup of tea either. Just not a seafood kind of person. There's some things I will eat, some things I won't. Pickled herring with onions. It's a little. I've never heard of that. Good to know that there's a name for it, though. So we're learning. On a little stuck with onions. What's a stuck? On a little stick. Oh, okay. On a little stick with onions and pickles. Huh. Well, how about that? Yeah. Well, see, we're learning, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I've had seafood. There's seafoods I like. Mostly I don't. I did a vegetarian for a while, not because of, I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did it for about 6 months and didn't have meat for 6 months. I felt pretty good, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the worst poos in the world, and talk about you're hungry all the time. Like, I was having to eat so many times a day because it was just, nothing was sticking. Prawns are the best. I've had some prawns. Crawdads, freshwater crawdads, a little crawfish boil. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a little more work than I think. You tried being a vegan? Oh, man, vegan is rough, dude. That was too much. And when I was originally going to start as a vegetarian, I was in Afghanistan, so I originally wanted to start as a flexitarian, which would allow for chicken and fish. But I just wound up passing on most of that all the time. And believe it or not, I was doing okay. Bacon.
I think Chris is here.
The bacon broke you. Oh, I think Chris made it over. Let's see. Yep, Chris is here. Come on in, Chris.
Yeah, puppies. Hands are full. I can't shut the door.
I got you. They're in. Hello, people. Look, Chris is here.
Yo, what's up, buddies?
He was on the chat, now he's here. Proof that he is a real person.
I am not a real person. I am a robot and a figment of your imagination. Okay, don't step underneath me.
Look what we have, though.
Oh, look what I brought, though.
Tom says hi, Chris.
What up, Tom? You're not.
Well, we've got normally we run 2 hours, but Chris is here, so we might cut this a little early here in about 5 minutes. So, yeah, we're going to...
stream can see me sit behind you and give you one of those awkward back massages.
No, I'm going to pass for today.
Awkward back massages can't be refused.
Tempting.
Hi.
Oh, what? Did we knock anything over? No, just the bottle. It had a lid. It had a lid.
Nice.
It had a lid. It had we have lids.
If the dog did it, it wasn't me.
If it was, yes, absolutely.
It wasn't me.
Tofu or steak? Tofu or steak?
Steak?
Steak all day.
All day. Why would you ever pick tofu?
I've eaten tofu,
Is
though.
it good? I have not.
It depends on how you cook it. See, tofu will take on the flavor of anything you cook it in.
Now, I've had tofu ramen at the sushi shop on...
You didn't have anything in there, did you?
I had game stuff and
Crackers.
electronics. Oh yeah, crackers. Crackers for the cracker.
Peanut found the crackers in the bag, and he was carrying them off, and I caught him.
I knew I heard
Nice
something.
try.
Fort
guy.
Campbell, Wilma Rudolph, there's a sushi shop that's only open for a couple hours each day.
I know of it. Yellowfish. Yellowtail.
No, not Yellowtail. It's actually behind City Thrift where I got that picture
okay.
of the space shuttle launching off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they sell amazing sushi, and their ramen is like legit ramen, and they have tofu ramen, and it's really good. Surprisingly.
I saw a video on the internet where they were at a ramen shop in like Japan or whatever it was, and they were putting in regular pack ramen and giving it to people, and they were like, "This is the best ramen in the city. They make it legit here, and people are eating it." And then they come out and show them. They refunded everybody, didn't charge anyone, but they were making an experiment. Look. You were eating packaged ramen.
You could tell the difference in the ramen immediately.
People think, though. If you assume and presume, your brain will tell you yes. And people wanted to assume and presume that because they said there's a famous chef back there, it must be that much better. And it was an experiment to show that people can be easily fooled into believing that
I'm glad I wasn't there, but like, money.
Now, there were some people who were like, something's off about this, but there were quite a few who were more fooled. Oh, the shoulder is just killing today.
Did you get any of that ointment that I told you about?
No, not yet. The placebo effect, that's what it is. The placebo effect.
Yeah.
They think that it's high class, so their brain tells them it is.
Just like half the medicine out there. You think it's working, but it's not.
It's not. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad. But we caught the UFO in the tornado last night.
I need to see this video because I didn't watch it last night. I was watching Black Panther.
How was
During
it?
the tornado, I was watching Black Panther.
Oh, that's awesome.
So during the middle of the movie, everyone in the theater's getting nothing but warnings. Tornado, tornado. We're like, shut up, Black Panther's on. I don't care. No, the movie was really good. I was really surprised. And the ending credits, it even said like Black Panther will be in the Infinity Wars. So I was like, yes. But the bad guy, Kilgore, he did really good. I think that was like Michael Jordan's son or something like that.
No, sure.
Sutton Jordan. I mean, shoot, he was good. He was good.
Convincing?
Very convincing. I was
Good bad guy then, huh?
Yeah, he played a really good bad guy.
Awesome. Well, I'll have to definitely check the movie out. I was going to wait till it came to Redbox before I watch it.
Stop.
Yeah.
But that's how I am with most movies.
I didn't want to pay for it, but I was really bored, nothing to do, so I was like, I'll go to the movies.
Yeah, you were supposed to be hiding from a tornado.
Yeah, well, the tornado wasn't in effect until we got into the movie theater, and then the warning started happening. So I was like, look, I'm here, I paid my money, I'm good.
I did my hair. I paid my money. Now, woo, play Black Panther.
Dude, I don't do my hair. I just let it happen.
Come, Mr. Taliban, tally the banana. Daylight come and me wanna go home.
Hey.
There we go.
8 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot
foot
bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go
Now, have you heard the
home.
Taliban version?
No.
Goes, come, Mr. Taliban, turn over Bin Laden. Daylight come and we drop the bomb. 6 bombs, 7 bomb, 8 bombs blow.
The movies, at least in this town, it all depends on the town.
U.S. Army, lots of nukes.
It's
Peanuts,
10
stop.
euros. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same price. Now, that 10 euros, is that for your 3D? Is that for like the Real X with the reclining chairs and you can drink a beer? Or is it just the basic?
Yeah, but do remember 10 euros is roughly about $15 American.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because a basic movie here is $11 and change.
Terrible.
To whereas if you do like the real, it's called Real X 3D, it's 3D with the reclining chairs, then
Nope,
it's
just a screen.
$15. Yeah, that's expensive for you guys.
I've been to one 3D movie and I wanted to take my glasses off halfway through. Headaches.
Yeah, did you put them on top of your glasses?
Well, yeah, I had to.
Yeah, it messes with me. The new ones are getting a
Now,
little
granted,
bit
though, the
better.
bees did come off the screen. Right at you.
Bees! I would have been that guy just jumped up like, bees!
The theater is full of bees. They're on the screen and everywhere. They disappear when you take the glasses. They're invisible.
Invisible bees! Oh, that's the
Jaws
worst
in
kind of bees.
3D. Yeah, the stupid shark still looks fake.
No, but the movie theater in Tiny Town, they started doing like actual operas and stuff like that.
Neat.
They're playing like Princess Mononoke is gonna be playing next month in theater.
Oh.
So I'm really excited.
Have you
about
ever been
this.
to the what is that called downtown?
No, you talking about the Roxy?
The Roxy.
Yeah, I've been to the Roxy a whole bunch of times. But one of my
If you guys want to see the Roxy, look up Sheryl Crow's music video.
she played at the Roxy.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of the name of the song. What was that song?
I can't for the life of me think of what it was.
Hold on.
But the Roxy Theater is part of our downtown. Now, our downtown has been... It's been here since, what, the 18?
It's been a while.
It's been there for a couple hundred years. Roxy is the theater to go to. It's small, but it's
Here it is.
still
There's
amazing.
where she filmed, the Roxy Theater. That's it right there. But what did she sing? Sheryl Crow's. It was one of her famous songs that she did. Songs that she played.
She sang a song?
She sang a song. She sang a song about the Roxy.
Sang a song about a shank?
And it was just at the Roxy. But let's see.
That's still amazing.
Now
Now, see, that would be
What was
cool.
that song
Piranha,
he did?
Piranha in 3D. I've always wanted to go to Orlando, Florida, Universal Studios, just because every single time I see the commercial, like the Terminator's hands comes out of the screen, and everyone's like, "Oh God!" I'm like, "I want a Terminator to reach for me." That's gigantic.
what is that song's name?
I don't listen to Sheryl Crow. So.
I know it's older one.
Yeah, speaking of Jaws, David, I've always wanted, like, one of my goals in life is to learn how to play the cello. And for one reason, and one reason only, I want to go to the most crowded public beach I could find and just play one note. Da-dun, 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 dun, 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 on the cello. And I want to see people's reactions. We need to do that. We need to go to, like, Florida, Cali, something like that, someplace with the beach, get a big cello, walk onto the beach, and see what people do.
If I just do Sheryl Crow songs, I'll know it. That'll be easier. As soon as I know the
I don't
name.
listen to Sheryl Crow.
Well, she's older songs. She at one point had, she was rated as the prettiest smile in the world. Not Make You Have Silk of the Sun. Oh, no. All I Want to Do. That's it right there. All I Want to Do.
Huh.
So she performs that live. All I Want to Do. Let's, vid. Let's find the video. There it is. I'm not going to play the music because it'll be copyrighted, but I'll show you the Roxy. There it goes there.
Peanut.
This is one of our older ones then.
Oh, yeah. This is early, mid-90s. There you
Yeah,
go.
there's all downtown.
That's downtown. Yeah, there's all downtown. There's the
courthouse.
museum. That's the museum.
Yeah, the museum. That was the church that got... that steeple was the one that got blown off by the previous tornado.
That was the tornado back in the... There's the Roxy Corner. There, that's 8th Street.
I wonder if they got Strawberry Alley in this one.
But that you did you know that, huh?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
that's
a little.
cool. I mean, it's a great spot. It's a beautiful looking spot.
Isn't it though, Steve? I told you. Oh, I love downtown. We've got an amazing downtown. The acoustics down there are really amazing. If you guys want to check out some of the... See, there's the theater top. If you want to check out some of the acoustics... There it is. If you go to my video, Downtown Acoustics, you can hear the acoustics that are played live down there, and I did a song. Just sang a quick bit to a song, but the acoustics are amazing.
One of my buddies, Tony, he's been actually meaning to meet you and do some videos with you.
People are saying they saw in my video that the UFO's in the storm right as the siren starts going off, and then all of a sudden I'm looking towards where the tornado would have been in that direction, and then you see the ball of light appear, it streaks over, and then disappears again, and then it's gone. But it's so quick. So quick.
I'll have to definitely check that out. No, but one of my buddies who actually sings downtown, this guy, he's really good. He actually does blacksmithing and makes his own guitars and everything else
So you
like that.
caught multiple ones, Steve. Cool.
But he's actually been meaning to meet up with you to do a video because he found the old bridge.
Cool. Yeah, we should go do that.
The thin bridge that everyone was afraid to drive on.
That green one?
Yeah, he found it and he's actually getting pieces off of it and making stuff off of the bridge.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he's an amazing singer. He would sit right in front of one of the abandoned buildings in front of Kelly's, and he would just play, and the acoustics are amazing. I mean,
They
this guy's
really are.
voice projects, but it gets to the point where the people at the Black Horse in the upstairs, they have to ask him to leave because they can't hear him over the game.
Oh wow. Yeah, the acoustics are awesome downtown. Well, I can play the video for you because because it's my video, so I
Now,
can play
come
it.
to think of it, I'm hearing multiple things. That construction that's happening downtown, is that going to be an ice rink? Is that going to be an
Yeah,
acoustic
we're getting
stage?
an ice rink.
Because I thought the mayor said no more ice rink, and we were going to do like a stadium or something there, and then
I don't
she
know.
agreed on the ice rink, and then she
I know-
disagreed.
The ice rink is open though. I don't know if they're just improving on it. Let me see if I can. I don't know. We'll have to look more into that. There it is. Here, you guys can hear it. Listen to the acoustics downtown.
Yeah, the acoustics are really that the entire part of downtown. Downtown is just meant for sound.
Now, of course, the song I did was
Cyborg is a destroyer. Well, I mean, if my name was Cyborg, I'd want to be a destroyer too.
absolutely.
I just saying that. If I didn't know you were adopted, I do know now.
Oh, the acoustics sound so good on that.
Yeah, especially whenever we used to do Riverfest. I don't know why we stopped, but when we did Riverfest, it was you'd have one band playing on one side. You could hear them if the other bands weren't playing.
Downtown Acoustic, that's what it's called. So if you type in Downtown Acoustic Jay Greenbaum 85, you can find it. What do I mean? We saw last night David Beal. There was a tornado, and in the video, I captured several apparently UFOs. So, oh well, absolutely. You take a little weed nap, wake up, burn a little, you're ready to go for the rest of the day. It's like almost human nature. Human nature, why? Something, why? Tell him that it's human nature, no, that's ignorant. That's ignorant. Allegedly.
You're making me want to Kurt Cobain right now. Like I'm about to make.
Dude.
I'm about to make a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Evie
all over your
straightened
wall.
my hair again yesterday, or like
You
2
had
days ago.
straight hair?
She took the curling of the flattener and straightened my hair. People were like, "Kurt Cobain lives." Oh, that was a good one though. That's a good video. I liked that video. That was a lot of. That's when I was helping Will do his paper route at night. It was,
Oh,
it was a lot
yeah.
of fun, man. Oh, you should. You shouldn't stop. It's good for you. It's good. I'll do a little of who is that guy?
Edibles. I do edibles.
Well, who's that one guy?
Christopher or something.
Christopher Walken. It's good.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken is good for you. It's good for you. Good for you. I smoke weed. Good for you. Good for you. Bada boom. Coming at you. It's okay. It's good for you. It's good for you. That's funny stuff.
He's a real character.
I doubt that very much, Tom. You haven't been to California lately, obviously.
Yeah, we have some very crazy stuff here.
Even Tommy Chong's like, hey, man, this stuff's a little potent, man. It's not like it was in my day, man.
Needs more cowbell.
You have never been here, right? Oh, touche, good sir, touche. Touche, he says, and to that I tip my hat, sir. You are absolutely correct. But I do believe in the last Cannabis Cup.
Who won?
Wasn't the winner from Colorado? I want to invent a weed and call it. I hope you haven't got anything to do today. What was it on Ted? The movie Ted. He goes,
Dude, there can be a weed wedding.
oh, that'd be awesome.
So do you like throw a bouquet of bud behind you?
Now, I'm not going to lie. When Evie and I went to Colorado, and we were just talking about this last night with a friend, and I was like, dude, I had one of the most amazing smoked pizzas I've ever had. I've never had a smoked pizza before.
Smoked pizzas.
It was so good. And Evie had like a 5-cheese premium grilled cheese sandwich with like Gouda and Havarti and all these top things.
Havarti.
And we were saying, oh my God, it was the most amazing food. And then Evie pointed out, yeah, but we were really stoned then.
Anything tastes good.
And she was like, so I don't know if we were saying necessarily that the food was good, or it was just at the
you
time.
You wear the bud in your hair and then smoke it anywhere after the wedding.
Right?
Nice.
But that's just interesting to me, so it's something to think about. But it's coming up. It's amazing what they can do with it these days. For sure.
We need to head to Memphis and get some of their foods there.
Barbecue? Memphis barbecue?
Barbecue. They have barbecue spaghetti.
That sounds good.
It's so good.
Can you imagine spaghetti with like barbecue rib meat in it? Like off the bone?
I think that's in
That
it.
would be dank, dude. Straight dank.
Dude, I was looking at their. It was on. It was one of those food channels, and they did Memphis.
A weeding, if you will.
Ah.
In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Hawaiian barbecue pizza is delicious. It's one of my favorites.
I'm not a fan of the Hawaiian, like pineapples, just the pineapples. Yeah.
Oh, pineapple! It gives the sweetness. Though, here's the thing about it though. The ham has to be properly salted.
Yes.
If you have properly salted ham,
if they just throw Canadian bacon on it, you're like, eh.
It's got to be salted ham because then the sweet from the pineapple will pull out.
Yes.
It's just like when you put salt on a watermelon, which Evie taught me about. The salt pulls out the sweet flavor.
Do you do like the whole salt?
I've started. That was only until recently.
He didn't do that before me.
Wait, was he just like salt?
No, I never put
No,
salt
you
on my
never put
watermelon.
salt.
It was fine the way it was.
And now you're like salt on the watermelon.
I told Evie.
You realize that you filthy stupid horses? Now it's like salt watermelons. Feel me blood pressure going up. Oh boy, well this is delicious. I didn't vote for you.
How'd you get to be king then? The lady of the lake reached out of the water, handing me Excalibur, proclaiming me king. Look, a system of government is not based on some watery tarts lobbing scimitars at you. Oh, I love that line. It's so perfect. A watery tart lobbing
Those coconuts you're using? Yes, we found them.
Where did you find coconuts? This is a temperate zone.
Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?
Well, he goes,
Yeah.
are not swallows these, and birds do not travel, and are these not strangers to our land? Look, are you suggesting coconuts migrate? Not at all. They could be carried by the husk. A bird could carry it, gripping it by the husk. It's not a matter of where it grips it. It's a matter of
weight ratios.
Of wind to weight ratio. Look, a 1 ounce bird cannot carry a 1 pound coconut. Perhaps there was 2 birds.
No, it could have been an African swallow.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that, but then again,
African
they're
swallows are non-migratory.
non-migratory. Oh yeah, well I was just saying.
What if it was 2 swallows held together by a dance of tree palm?
By a
between
bit
the
of
dorsal-
string.
A bunch of tree palm.
Now, if you look later on, though, when he comes up on the guy doing the cop, he's testing it out to see.
What else floats? Little tiny pebbles.
Oh boy, Caroline just messaged me and says a little birdie told me I'll be in town in time just for your birthday. Oh boy, huh? Caroline's coming back to visit, huh?
I'd be a little birdie.
Huh?
I said I'd be the little birdie.
Tweet, tweedledee.
A bird is the word.
Bird. Bird's the word.
Mow, mow, ba, ba, mow, 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 ba, ba, mow, mow, ba, ba, mow, mow, mow. Have you heard about the word? Don't you know? Don't you know that the bird is the word?
Wunderbar, ja. Look at this, guys. We're
Das ist
approaching.
gut.
We've hit our 2-hour mark already.
Hallelujah.
Big Bird. Hey, Kermit.
Kermit the Frog here. Did you just call me Kermit?
Yes, I did. Today's letter
Today's
is...
letter is
3. Big Bird. 3 is a number, not a letter.
exactly, Kermit. That's how many joints I've smoked today. Kermit, are you with me?
God, I'm stoned. Kermit the Frog. Let's do our alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, L. L.
That's why I like saying, I'm saying, send me to Mars. Me and Evie to Mars. I'm fine by myself. I can entertain. I've already said that I can still stream on YouTube. It's only a 6-minute delay.
Just a 6-minute delay.
People always say to me, Kermit, why do your fingers always smell like bacon? It's because I finger Miss Piggy.
Oh, Lord. I'll keep going, but I'll make a deal with you. Someone's got to give me even the bare minimum of super chats for me to keep going past the 2-hour mark. Smallest one that they will allow.
At least one hey penny.
One hey penny. Juan. Don't tell me how to do my job. That's been my new thing is don't tell me how to do my job. So when someone's like, I was filming the tornado, they're like, quick, get inside, be safe. Don't tell me how to do my job. One hey penny. It's a very old penny. It's worthless.
They did do that Animaniacs where like the hey penny was one
make
of the
this
most
the start of
expensive
my
things.
24-hour cocaine marathon. I'm gonna do a 24-hour live stream, but we gotta time that one. That's gonna take a little bit of elegance and finesse before we just jump right in with both feet to that one. I'm gonna need energy drinks.
I'm gonna have to definitely be there for that.
That's good. Well, people are going to be coming and going, I'm sure, the whole stream. 24 hours of me talking. Can I do it? I don't know. Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Yes. If in the middle of the stream is just...
But like going to Mars, though...
Every day's a good day!
I could keep myself entertained for years. Now, then I was saying, though, the whole aspect with the radiation everyone talks about, by going into space, you have a 5% chance of contracting some sort of radiation, right? But by me stopping smoking by going to Mars, I lower my chances of cancer from 15 to 20% down to 5% from cosmic radiation. So at bare minimum, I'm saving myself anywhere from a 10 to 15% chance increase of not getting cancer by going to Mars. So just by that aspect alone, my ability to entertain myself, so you don't need to send a lot of people. I could go on a forwarding team and get everything ready. Like, hey guys, you're here. I've set everything up. You know, scientists, please get comfortable. Tests whenever you're ready. I'm going to go stream. You're welcome to tune in. No delay. Uh-oh. Nope. Can't take a phone call right now. Sorry.
Who's that?
It was me mum.
Oh.
My mum. I bet you're so tired of hearing about my mum.
Mum? Mum's the word?
Mum. Mummy. Mama. Mum.
Mum. Mummy.
Mum.
Mama. What? Hi.
Now she's calling me.
I passed that off. Why is your mom not here? She's at home. She doesn't tune into me live streams. She can't handle that much of me.
I can see her typing in all caps, too.
Let's do some Papa.
Oh, yeah, scuba me. Olive oil's me oil. Oh, yeah, coming out on Pluto. Oh, yeah, scuba.
Excuse me, Popeye, we did some tests, and those giant arms you have, those aren't arms, those are tumors.
Oh, yeah, scuba.
And the way you're speaking, actually you had a stroke 3 years ago, and it's affected your speech.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about that.
There's a bit from Family Guy.
Oh, yeah, scuba, yeah. Olive oil's me oil.
Oh, that's so cool. You're a radio DJ. You know, see, I've talked to some local radio DJs locally here.
Right.
And I've told them, I was like, if you ever want me to come in for like 20 minutes, I'd love to do some voices for you guys. And if you just want to record them and take them, anything I can do, you can have. And I've had a couple that were like, well, we'll get back to you. We'll let you know. And I haven't heard anything, but I'd love to have been a personality on a radio show in Nashville or morning show or something like that.
There's always that AM channel that's here.
You're a
in Parkville.
pilot? That's awesome. I fly little Cessnas, single engine prop Cessnas. That's amazing you're a pilot, lucky dog. What are your guys' jobs? Can everyone post their job? I would love to hear what everyone's job is.
Who is
Joe?
your daddy and what does he do?
Joe, I know you're a florist. We now know that, what's his name? I leaked him in my boxers everywhere as a pilot.
What's his name?
I leaked in my boxers everywhere. I'm always flying high. Joe's a florist. Run, florist, run. So we know we got a pilot. We've got a florist. Evie's a CNA. The clan outing is a floor fitter. I'm a lazy bum.
Yes, you are.
I'm a burden on our society. I make bread malls, and on Friday I give tours to the Old Dutch Mill. That's right. Tom is a tour guide for Holland, and he's in the Netherlands.
Nice.
So he gives the windmills, and stop by our gift store for wooden shoes. That kind of deal.
I got into contracting work.
David's a crane operator.
He's
That's
making
cool.
all that money. David, you should give us some of your
David's
doll
cool.
hairs.
He picks up big stuff. He moves it over here. He puts it down. I get it. You're a removal man. Cool. You pick people up here and you remove them. Get out of our city. I'll have them out of here in a jiffy.
If they have trouble, just call the crane operator.
But I'm always high. Very good. You're gonna one day be flying and see me go past. Hi.
Can you do Zep Brannigan?
I told you we had the good Leela. Hey, time to go forward and make us go that way. Kif, our path is too easy. Let's try something a little more daring. It's not perfect, but it's close.
It's damn close.
Now, Kif isn't that difficult to do. Oh, God, I have to do his work again. Amy, please, love me even though I'm gelatin. That's not a bad Kif.
It's
Not
more
a
like
big
a Mr. Burns, though.
Well, Mr. Burns is a little more eccentric on his wording and a little more direct, and then he starts slow, but then goes high. Excellent, Chris. Way to point that out. But if you do notice that Mr. Burns and Kif is probably the same actor because it's both made by Matt Groening. So it's really easy to adapt Kif. He's just a little more lower, but without the British accent. It's just depressing. But Mr. Burns, you have to do a little bit more fast speaking and talking at certain points to get your point across.
I'm leaning on a dog.
Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, bloody hell. You keep bringing up Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred?
So,
You mean Alfred?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock, not Alfred?
Alfred
Hitchcock.
I spelled Hitchcock. Oh, wow, that was not even close.
A little bit off there, buddy.
Let's see.
You might want to respell it. Maybe you'll find it a lot faster.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, look, just go down one. Boom. Now you're not going to be trying to hit cock.
Let's see. Okay, so you.
Can I do Stewie? Oh, Stewie Griffin. Huh? Oh, glad to have you. Well, see, Stewie has so many voices, man. I mean, sometimes he's happy, Stewie, and he talks a little bit like this, man. And then there's sometimes he's always talking to Lois, and then there's also the time where he's just a little bit coming on a little strong. I've been sitting down writing a little bit of you're not there, a little difficult, maybe. Taking us through a little bit, experiencing some heartache. So yeah, I guess Stewie Griffin. Hey, it's Stewie Griffin here. Pleasure to be with you. Stopping on by my corner of the woods, huh?
And of course, how Peter.
Oh, God.
No, I can't do. I don't say that I can do those voices. Stewie, I can talk like Mr. Burns. Again, my standard for being able to do a voice is to have full conversation in that voice. So while like Lois, I can do how Peter. Peter's always so weird. It's kind of hard for me to do that voice, but that
You
one
have
line.
to stretch your throat when you
It's
do that.
very much in nasally. It's in the nose and I'm clogged. But
Stewie Griffin, yeah, I can speak in and say anything you really want to. Stewie Griffin's always happy to come on by and stop on by and talk with you a little bit, huh? You put a little bit of a happy tone into it for Stewie. But Mr. Burns, you just put a little bit more not so happy tone into it.
Transition. All right, Alfred Hitchcock. What is he?
Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, here we go. Alfred Hitchcock. Here we go. Let me hear the voice.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Alfred Hitchcock. That's all I intend to tell you. You'll have to figure it out for yourself. Say a few words. Yes, you do roll your tongue back.
Almost like a Sean Connery.
But without the accent, so.
Yeah.
Sean Connery is a little more like this. He wasn't actually British, he was Scottish.
Yeah.
So you talk out the side of your mouth for everything. And do remember, when speaking with the ladies, that 100 no's and one yes
is yes.
is still a yes.
So you can always get Sean Connery as long as you just stretch your mouth.
I'm going to have sex with you. No, you're not. Yes.
I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I am. Okay.
Remember, kids.
Remember, 100 no's and 1 yes. Still a yes.
Up yours, Trebek.
Oh, Alex Trebek, your little whiny snot. Famous mothers. Oh, my day has come. I'm not even giving you this out. Oh, you bloody little weird Canadian bastard. Today's final Jeopardy question is write anything. Absolutely anything. Sean Connery, let's see what you wrote.
Sean Connery seduced the woman Roger Moore as a rapist. Now, look, David, rape is a bad word. It's surprise sex.
No, we're gonna avoid that one, especially with Hot Topics. So let's see. He's on there. So today's Jeopardy question is write anything. Sean Connery, you wrote below. I don't know why you wrote below, but technically that's a correct answer. Let's see what you wagered. Me, below me. I don't get it. I bet you do, you Canadian punk. Keanu Reeves, you're looking very pleased with yourself. Let's see what you wrote down for anything. Nothing. The question was write down anything and you got it wrong. Let's see what you wagered. $11 billion. That's not even a number. Yet? Moving on to Hilary Swank. Did I win? I just want to thank everybody. My director, such a beautiful human being. Sean Connery. He goes, $11 billion. Yet.
Wagered Texas with a dollar sign.
Well, I went over, guys. I stayed a little longer for you. We didn't get our hay penny.
No hay pennies.
No hay penny. So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up here. We're gonna run about 3 more minutes out to the 2 hour 15-minute mark. So, how much do people pay for an eighth of Top Shelf Bud where you are? That can be anywhere from
Depends on what
$35 to $50.
Yeah.
$35 to $50.
It all depends on the side of town you're on. If you're like,
If you got the hookup.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have to know that in Colorado, it's much more expensive legally. It's $60 an eighth because you have to pay taxes.
yeah,
But you know what, though? They still have the options of getting perfectly safe, quality, maybe a little bit more, but I'd be happy to pay. UK, it's 35, so about 40.
it's close.
Oh, absolutely, Tom. And thank you so much. Again, guys, thank you so much for all the kind words of everybody checking on me after the tornado. I do apologize about having to abruptly end it, but as they say, it was going down, and I had to so did I. I needed to go down to the basement. So it was going down, and so was I.
I'm mad I didn't know the tornado was right outside when I'm in the I'm just minding my own business in the movie. Like, phone, shut up. Destruction is happening outside, and I'm watching Black Panther.
Yeah, right? So there it was.
Did you really do like the whole pull the hair back with that one strand out?
Yeah.
Some sort of.
I look like an artist. Like, I should be painting something.
I should be painting something, and you should always hear my stomach grumbling.
And
for
as soon as I
food.
get more money, I will not buy food. I will go straight to the art store for more canvas and paint.
If I'm hungry, I eat my Play-Doh structures.
I am a starving artist. It drives me to paint harder. You should do a knot on top. The man bun. I don't know.
I
don't think it might-
I would judge you a little bit.
I think I'd judge me too. Will it work? I don't know. There we go.
You've got that one random thing right there. Just
I like that one random thing.
that's no. Not if you're
It's-
doing a knot on. If you're doing a knot on top,
random.
and you got that random thing.
No,
on the
see, I
side,
don't think pulling my hair back
You'd
works.
end up on those people at Walmart episodes.
Yeah, probably. But at least I can do this and it fans myself.
So hot. Oh, so much better.
Look, now I can be like the guy from
Look, I got Shirley Temple curly cues right now, so I can't do anything.
What was that one guy
My hair
from the-
jiggles when I do it.
from the band. What was his name? Slasher?
Oh, Slash.
Yeah.
You
right.
need the top hat.
Top hat, that's all I'm missing.
A little bit longer hair.
It's almost there though.
No, you need it like past your beard
Well, it's on down to my shoulders. Past my shoulders.
and with the curls.
When you straighten it out, it gets even longer, dude. You have no idea. Like, look.
Tom's like, you gonna clean your glasses with your hair? No. Put your glasses on and just shake your hair back.
It's like windshield wipers.
Yeah.
Put them on intermediate.
When the storm's coming. Just...
Okay, guys. Well, hey, that's 2 hours, 15 minutes. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out with me. Best wishes to everybody who checked on me for best wishes. Thank you so much for wasting some of your life with me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Laters.
Bye.